For a lot of us, I'm sure we have a dream job in mind that we would love to have someday. I know I do. But now imagine working your way up to getting an interview for that job and being an inch away from getting it, only to have that all come crashing down because of a freak accident. That's exactly what happened to Pashawn Steps.
What more could you ask? You're playing in the Big East, or you're playing UConn, Notre Dame, Syracuse, Boston College.
Pashawn Steps was on top of the world, going from growing up in Fort Scott, Kansas, to being hired as an assistant women's basketball coach at Division I St. John's University, and eventually becoming the interim head coach in just his second year with the team.
My mouth pretty much dropped to the floor there. And the real cool thing was, laying in bed, you see your name go across the ESPN ticker at the bottom. Pashawn Steps, intern head coach at St. John's.
Steps was in the process of interviewing to be the permanent head coach when he went home for the weekend. But on May 24, 2002, while heading to a family reunion, a drunk driver changed his life forever while he was changing a flat tire.
I laid up under the truck and I was fitting the jack up under the bumper, and my mom saw the car coming, but she thought, exiting the ramp, but she thought it was somebody that was just saw us having vehicle problems, and so she didn't say anything and just thought it was going to pull up behind us. Well, the car kept going, and so while I was laying up under the truck, that vehicle hit the back of our truck. The truck popped up on me and dragged me down into a ditch.
Steps' neck was broken. At the age of 28, he was paralyzed from the waist down. Doctors told him he would likely never walk again.
That's something I didn't accept. And being an athlete, I think you're kind of built for that, the next goal or the next thing that drives you. So playing a sport, I think definitely helped me. Playing a sport in college and high school helped me to adjust to my rehab, because you just attack it at rehab just as a training.
After spending 4 months at a rehab facility in Denver, Steps moved in with his parents in Fort Scott. He never returned to St. John's. In fact, he didn't return to work at all. The comeback was stalling. It wasn't until years later that his former coach stepped in.
He goes, "I'm not going to allow you to lay around the house or feel sorry for yourself or anything like that. You need to get back and re-engage in society." Hey, let's go to the other side, other side, other side.
Re-engaging meant starting all over. 3 years after coaching St. John's against teams like UConn, Pashawn Steps began coaching intramural basketball at Fort Scott Middle School.
Y'all run LA yet?
The level of competition was different, but the job, that part was the same. Soon, Steps was taking bigger coaching responsibilities, and now
you guys understand what I'm saying? So
he's the head coach at the high school, doing what he's always loved.
Coaching is definitely a blessing, and the one thing about coaching is the girls or any of my players don't know what that they've been good for me as well. Also, don't forget, you can curl. Just to have me to be able to do something every day and to be able to engage with them. And
through all his struggles, Steps serves as a beacon of positivity and encouragement to his team.
He pushes us to be our best, and at the same time, I know that I need to do my best. Considering the circumstances he's in, we could be in those same circumstances, and we just take what we have for granted sometimes.
So just being able to step up through all that can show a team just by looking at him that, he's here today.
Ms. Babcock's so strong that she can get to where she wants to go.
He could easily not been here, and that shows a team that we can get through anything.
And he hopes he can show people in the end, everything will be okay.
Box out. Let's go, get out, let's go. No matter what struggle you're going through, there's always a plan. There's always, don't think it's the end of the road. The sun's gonna rise tomorrow, and it's a new day with new opportunities.
When talking to Coach Steps, I had to ask him if he ever thinks about what may have happened if he didn't have the accident. And his answer was, "You can't get caught up on the what ifs. This is the path I'm on."